Okay, so let's talk about confidence. The most important thing about confidence is your inner foundation. It's about embodying who you want to be. I feel like most of the time when we're not confident is because we know that we can be embodying a different identity, an upgraded identity, or a different version of ourselves. It's an energy, an archetype that we want to embody, that we want to become. And since we don't see ourselves being that person or taking the steps to be that person, it can take a toll on our confidence because we are not seeing the best in ourselves. It all starts with seeing the best in yourself. It all starts with embodying. It all starts with changing the way that you see yourself, the way that you identify, the traits that you identify with. And so, something that is really helpful is seeing the good that there is in you already. Since you're already embodying this certain character or avatar where you're currently at, you must decide what skills and what does the ideal version of who I want to be and who I want to become act like. What do they do? Your comfort zone is who you currently are. And so when you're trying to embody the person that you want to become, the person that you want to be, the person that you desire to be, it'll be out of your comfort zone at first, and that's okay. It's just like building a new skill, embodying that avatar, that character, that person that you want to become and that you see yourself being. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable at first, but this is something that you don't necessarily need to pay a lot of attention to. It's okay to feel uncomfortable. It doesn't mean that you're doing things wrong. And even if you fall into embodying another identity, and at the end of the day, you decide that that's not who you want to be and what aligns with you, then you can just change and keep on changing. You can always change. You can always decide who you want to be at any given moment. Something that is really helpful is understanding and internalizing that the universe, this world, is yours. There are no limits. You can decide who you want to be at any given moment. You don't have to stay the same. And don't listen to any other voices but yourself. Listen to your intuition. That intuition is telling you who you want to be, who you want to become. Listen to that. You already know, you already have that in mind. And if you don't, you can take a piece of paper and write down the values that inspire you, the things that inspire you in other people, and look at what they do and do the same. Embody this, embody that, become that person. Block out the noise. You can block out the external noise. And it's okay if sometimes you don't feel 100% confident. That is not what confidence is about. It is about embodying, but you don't have to be forcing yourself all the time, or you don't have to be in high vibration or being happy all the time. You don't need to do that. You can still be neutral, still choose to be grateful, still choose to see the best in the world, still choose to put other lenses on and see life from gratitude, from you get to do things, you get to be, instead of I have to. See how it's two different energies, two different perspectives? And it could be uncomfortable, yes, but that's okay. Just keep going, push through. It's like breaking in new shoes. They are uncomfortable at first sometimes. And some of them, sometimes it hurts. But as you keep using the shoes, you'll feel more comfortable. And then it'll come natural to you. It'll be your new comfort zone because you will have expanded onto more. Closer to who you want to be, if not already embodying who you want to be. Self development is a journey because we are always changing. But it doesn't mean that you have to do it out of hating yourself or trying to change yourself from judgment. You can do it from love. You can still have the compassion to see the present version of yourself and still decide that you want more. We are always evolving, we are always changing, we are always growing. That is normal and that is okay. If other people are trying to prevent your growth, don't listen to them. Listen to yourself and your intuition. You want to do this for a reason. You might face resistance from others. You may feel uncomfortable. But what's scarier? Staying where you are or never getting to be who you want to be, who you desire to be? Never getting to do the things that you want to do. never getting the life that you want to live. When you're 80 years old, or 90 or 100, and you look back, what is that version of you going to be feeling or thinking about now? You don't want to live life in regret of, I should have done it, I should have done this, I should have done that. No, just go for it. This is your life. And since this is your life, it doesn't matter what anyone else has to say. It doesn't matter what anyone else has to think. Truly. You're the one who lives with that. You're the one who lives with yourself 24/7. And another question that is worth to ask yourself is your inner child proud of you? That is our purest form, our inner child. And we wanted to achieve certain things. We were at our purest state. We wanted certain things. And those things that we wanted it for a reason. We looked at life from a pure perspective. Are you making your inner child proud? Are you making your younger self proud? That is all that matters. That you're making your own self proud and all your versions of self. You must see the good in you. Just how you romanticize and put other people on the pedestal. Just how you can romanticize life. Just how you can see the good in other people. Just how you can see the highlights in other people. Choose to see your highlights. Choose to see what's good in you. Choose to see all your traits that just are, they're just there. You give them a judgment, you give them a perspective. Choose to observe yourself and see yourself from the lens of growth, from the lens of abundance. See how you can maximize your current gifts. See how you can maximize your current flaws. Because even in flaws, there's a spectrum. So if you have a flaw, there must be a good trait in that. There is polarity, there is duality. So whatever you feel is a flaw in you, on the other side is also a strength. And all of this is just perspective. It's a range that you can embody. Even if you are over here, even if you are at your lowest, you can use that and flip it. It's actually pretty easy. It's pretty simple. Especially when you know this, especially when you know the information, especially when you have the awareness, because awareness is everything. As soon as you have the awareness, you have the ability and the knowledge for you to go ahead and keep on finding the information of how to be who you want to be, of how to embody who you want to become. But without the awareness of it, without knowing and seeing and observing yourself, you can't really do things because you're not aware. Your conscious self is not aware. But when you're aware, it's for a reason. And if you're aware, it's for you to do more. You come across things for a reason, for growth. Life is not a coincidence. Life is not a coincidence. Your reality is not a coincidence. Everything has its root. If you're here, it's because you want growth. You want to embody more of your truest self. And you don't have to be loud about your confidence either. It's okay. Usually, the people that are the most confident just have this energy within them, that quiet confidence. You don't have to blast it off. If you're blasting things off from a desperate energy, most of the time people that do this is because they're trying to overcompensate. And I mean, it's okay if you want to be loud about it, but if you're just doing it from a desperate energy, it is time to build that foundation within. I know that it's easy to judge yourself because you're with yourself 24/7, but you must also be conscious of what internal voice you're embodying. And what state of consciousness are you operating from? What algorithm are you operating from? How are you seeing yourself? What kind of glasses do you have on? The ones that see the negative in everything? The ones that box everything in? Because the way you see one thing, you also see the other. It bleeds through everything in your life. Perspective is everything. Mindset is everything. It is your most important tool, your most important algorithm. And you must program it just how you program everything else to work the best, to work at its best capacity. You either let your mind work for you or work you. So you decide what you want to do. You decide what you want to be. The tools are there. Everything is there. You can do it. It just takes willingness. It just takes a decision. It just takes intention. It just takes wanting to do things. It just takes letting go of the fear and stepping into abundance and stepping into abundant mindset so you can breathe through everything, so it can bring you more abundance, so it can bring you all that you want and desire. Everything falls into place once you switch the mindset. And it just takes a decision. You already know this. And yes, at times it can be addicting to be negative and pessimistic. And that may be why you're stressed all the time, why you're tired all the time, why you're uncomfortable all the time. Because your internal algorithm, your mindset, your current programming is tiring you. It's like having a garden full of weeds and you can't even walk through it because there's no space. It's like a garden that hasn't been tended to for years. We must tend to our garden now, every day, or at least consistently. You also don't have to be extremely rigid with it. Find what works for you. Listen to your intuition. You don't have to go so fast either. Honor your path. Honor yourself. It is all a mindset, a perspective. Things, circumstances in life just are. They're neutral. There's no judgment or meaning unless you give it that judgment or meaning. So choose what meaning you're going to give it. Choose to see the good in yourself. Choose to see the light in you. See yourself with a new set of eyes. That is what aids you to be confident. It is about embodiment. It is about knowing it as so. It is about knowing it as done. It is about being in that energy. It is about being that person now, and every now moment. And your actions will follow too. Inspired action. Confidence is more about appreciation for the self and embodiment than anything else. If you have a good foundation, everything else falls into place. If you tend to your garden, everything else falls into place. If you have the right environment within, everything else falls into place. If you create the right environment, if you create the right opportunities for yourself, if you create what's good for you, if you create what you desire, if you create that fulfillment, if you embody that fulfillment, everything falls into place. And it's okay if sometimes you feel unsure. It's okay if some days you're not having the best days. We are human. That's okay too. You don't have to force yourself. You don't have to be happy all the time. At times you might feel unsure, and that is okay too. It's okay to not be okay. But you must also remember that thoughts do not define you, feelings do not define you. Anything in your external world doesn't define you. Nothing defines you. You're already inherently worthy. Remember that you are worthy. This is your universe. This is your world. This is your world. There are infinite possibilities. There are infinite opportunities. There are infinite blessings. And the universe and God, they never say no. They are ready to give you what you want. And you are one with God and the universe. You are one. It is all interconnected. Thoughts and emotions are just that. They have no meaning. They are indicators, but you don't need to judge them. You don't need to identify with that. They are just thoughts. They are just emotions. Don't identify with that. That's not who you truly are. Remember who you are. You are the one you're choosing to embody. You are the one you're choosing to be. You are the one you feel inspired by. Allow space for that version of you. Allow space for them to bloom, to become, to be now. And remember to see the good in you, to feed yourself with good, to feed your inner world, to nourish your soil within. Remember that. Invest in yourself, honor yourself, be compassionate towards yourself, give yourself the love that you need and deserve and want. Know that it is possible. We are limitless. Give yourself the opportunity Give yourself what you want, what you have always wanted. It is never too late and it is never too early. You are at the right moment right now. Don't look back on the past. Don't dwell on the past. Choose to make the best out of now because we're living in the now at all times. There is no past. There is no future. There is only now. We live in the now. Appreciate yourself. Keep showing up. Keep embodying. You got this. I love you, and I hope you know that I'm really, really proud of you. Everything will be okay. And everything makes us stronger and propels us to have a better foundation. I'm proud of you, and remember to also be proud of yourself. You deserve it. Allow yourself. You got this.